And I'll be honest, when I hear the word dinner, I think of dessert. Yeah, I've been known to dabble. That's why I have cargo pants. But if I'm driving down the road and I see a billboard for a bakery, you bet your sweet cinnamon buns I'm taking a look. And in Wisconsin, I did find a billboard for a bakery and adult novelty shop. Didn't know we needed that type of one-stop debauchery shop in our lives. I do feel like they got a little bit lazy with the name, though. They called it Cupid's, which makes sense. I mean, you think of Cupid, you think of love, or more specifically, sex swings. And he's a little on the husky side, so you know he likes his Boston cream pies and donut holes. But I feel like they missed out on an opportunity by not calling it pasties and pastries. Got myself a Danish and a pair of tassels. Been practicing. Ooh, mama likey. I know, still working on it, but should have seen when I first started. Real hard to get those suckers synchronized. But I tried to wrap my head around the concept they were going for, like why would you put both those things in one place? And then I realized, sometimes my wife likes a cream-filled Long John. Other times she just wants a donut. Granted, mine is healthier, my cream is sugar-free. And by sugar-free, I mean, well, I feel like at this point we're acquainted enough to discuss my vasectomy. Vasectomy is not a decision most people take lightly. For me, I had a toddler and 3 teenagers at home at the time, and that was a bit of a challenge. For example, one day I came home from work, and my youngest was singing lyrics to a song called Slow Hands. Not a song about somebody's struggles in their intro to sign language class. It got me thinking, that's not that bad, but it's only gonna get harder. Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead. So I turned to my trusted mentor and confidant, Google. I looked up vasectomy options, found out they actually make a vasectomy switch that you can have implanted right into your scrotal zone. Of course, this is controlled by a key fob. You can imagine your wife's like, honey, I feel like it's time we start trying to conceive a child. You got it, babe. Pew, pew. Saddle up, cowgirl. We ride at dawn. Now, I personally would have preferred a Bluetooth-enabled option, right? If I'm gonna get the vasectomy switch, it'd be kind of nice to control it from my phone. Maybe it'd be a widget, like the on-off button for your Wi-Fi. Only the icons would be plain biscuits or biscuits and gravy. Unfortunately, Bluetooth was not an option, so I decided to go the traditional route. Called to set up the appointment. They're like, yeah, we can get you in with Dr. Goo. Okay, of course he can. Now, I don't know about you guys, but with maybe the exception of semen, I don't really want the word goo associated with my nether regions. But I still went ahead and made the appointment. The procedure itself was nut-numbingly quick. And at the conclusion, as I'm gingerly pulling up my boxer briefs, the nurse turns to me and says, your test results will be in a couple days. I didn't order any tests, just the snip for me today. She's like, oh no, it's a test we always do just to confirm it was the vas deferens that were cut. Come again? She's like, oh yeah, you'll come again. Well, I should say your body will allow you to come again. Will you personally come again? That I can't be so sure. Rude. But I was more referring to what other tubes are down there. Is there a testosterone tube? I don't know. Do I need to worry about my beard falling out, my man boobs getting sensitive? I'm so scared. Luckily, a couple days later, I did get the call. It was indeed the vas deferens, crisis averted, which is great because I love my beard. In my life, it's my wife, my kids, and my beard. My wife says I spend too much time taking care of my beard. Can you love a child too much? I mean, I once met a guy who told me he'd been growing his beard for 28 months. 28 months. Anyone keep track of time in months past 2 years? No. We don't even do that for our human children. The man really loved his facial fur, baby. And just in case anyone's wondering, my beard did just turn 41 months. It's a big deal. My beard and I, we shared a cupcake. Gotta celebrate life's little moments. But there are many reasons why I love my beard. For starters, it's an all-natural, completely organic, PETA-approved scarf. It's great for Minnesota winters. It's also a fantastic chin concealer. Looks like I have one chin. I really have 7 under there. Maybe 8, it's hard to count. And yeah, before anyone gets sassy with me, yes, I do know if I were to reduce my taco intake, it would reduce my chin count. Does that sound like a life worth living? Yeah, not if you can grow a beard. But perhaps my favorite feature is that it's a gentle reminder that I only get slightly more food in my mouth than a toddler. So I always have snacks on the go. And more often than not, my beard actually resembles a charcuterie board. A wide array of meats and cheeses all mixed in here, which is great for me, but not really a turn-on for most women, for some reason. So yeah, dating was hard for me. That was one of the reasons. I also worked a late shift, so I wasn't able to get out as much as I would have liked. Let's just say the clientele at Baker Square on a Wednesday morning, not exactly my target demographic. Didn't have a lot of money at the time either. I had just taken out a loan. Not for a house or car or anything responsible like that. No, I found a sweet deal on an electronic drum set. 'Cause I wanna rock. Fortunately, it didn't change the fact that that was a poor financial decision and not really the lady magnet I was hoping for. And lastly, granted, I'm sure there are other reasons why dating was hard for me, but I was painfully shy. So much so that it really impacted my ability to make small talk. So oftentimes I come off as having the personality of a flaccid penis. No, it doesn't excite anyone. Most people get just a little glimpse and they're like, oh, no thank you, put that away. So yeah, but I mean, if I did have to pick the biggest reason why dating was hard for me, pretty sure it's because I worked the late shift. But sometimes I'd get envious of animals, right? And how little they have to do to find a mate. I have a cousin that raises goats. Found out when the male goat's ready to find a mate, he just urinates in the underside of his beard. Like, yes, right? That's something I can do. I can't dunk a basketball, not smart enough to get a PhD. I'm growing a beard to hide my chins and overcompensate for my ability to grow anything up top. And I mean, I can barely tie my shoes without tipping over. A little piss in the beard? Absolutely. I've been known to have pretty good range at the urinal. I don't call him Lil Annie Oakley for nothing. But how great would that tool be to have in your dating tool belt? You know, you're out, you see someone you're interested in, but they're too busy drinking mojitos and watching cat videos. So, you know, a little discouraged, you head to the restroom and add a little spritz. Just a little bit, right? I don't want my pheromones having everybody in the club getting tipsy.